HawkeyeFanatic.com, brought to you by Patrick Eads and his staff at Deary Brothers Ford on Mormon Trek. Steve Anderson, Hawkeye Title and Settlement. Mike's E-Keys for Cars. GG Carr and his great crew at Supple's Building and Remodeling. Supple's Flowers, home of 1-800-800-ROSE. The Midtown Family Restaurants. Harty and Stocker Jewelers, 101 South Dubuque Street, downtown Iowa City. Diamond Dreams Sports Academy. Senior Benefits. Premier Automotive in North Liberty. Dirk Sterner Taxidermy. The Ox Yoke Inn in the Amanas. Streets Maintenance, Remodeling, Building, and Plumbing. Dr. Lance Forbes, Diamond Dental in Cedar Rapids, and Big Dog Tech Solutions. Suter is in Nashville.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. Hunter's here. Pat Harty's here from HawkeFanatic.com.
So we're going to go till about 10 today.
Today,
10. Noon 1.
If you want to.
Game's not till 1:30. Why?
You wanted
we'll
to
see how it goes.
To end at,
and we have we have a guy. We have a reporter down there too. He actually lives down there, but he's going to be covering. Russell Vanozzi is his name. What do you think of that name, Russell Vanozzi?
He's got a nosy for news.
There you go. He's a media guy that lives down there. He covered the bowl for us in 22, so he's going to be writing a type of game-type feature. And, well, he's going to do whatever he thinks he deserves for $150. I told him he can write either one longer game. I just don't want a game story with a bunch of play-by-play. I mean, game stories are dead. People just don't read those anymore because everyone's watching.
They're watching the game, yeah.
So I told him to do some type of big game-type feature story, or if he wanted to do two smaller stories, whatever he thinks. Well, he sends me back like 3 paragraphs. What do you think, $150 for one? I think that's a decent amount.
Yeah, absolutely.
A decent chunk.
Yeah.
He did a good job 2 years ago, so he'll do all right. So, yeah, he's down there, and they had the coordinators and the head coaches yesterday, and it was just what
it's the same stuff.
It's the same Kirk.
Yeah, Kirk's not going to
Kirk loves the bowls.
Drop a bombshell.
Every bowl's great, and I get it. They got to promote their product, and the Missouri coach was very complimentary of Kirk's success and his longevity here at Iowa. Eli Drinkwitz. What do you think of that name? Elijah Drinkwitz.
Wow.
That's his name.
Yeah. I wonder who else is drinking down there.
There you go. I bet he's just, you think he's just hammered right now?
No, I don't.
See, you open the gate.
Why would you even?
Saturday I resisted. Today I'm just going to feed off you. I think he's just passed out in his own drool right now.
Not at all.
Then
it's my part.
You're the one that kicked the door open.
I didn't say.
I ignored it Saturday. Today I'm not ignoring it.
There's a lot
I'm
of people,
feeding off your meanness.
A lot of people there who knew
staggering drunk.
What I was talking about.
Staggering drunk. I think he's so drunk that he's eventually going to sober up by the game. Because have you ever had
drink yourself sober?
You just drink yourself sober. I think that's what's going on right now.
Steve, of course, he's a pro at that.
Hey, here, this shot of Everclear should get you right back.
I learned way early never to mix. You can drink whatever you want, just stay with it.
Yeah, I was. Although I've told you the story about when I told my buddy that he was drinking, he was just hammered. And he thought he was drinking like peppermint schnapps, and it was wild turkey mixed with Yukon.
Oh, God.
And this was at a bar, and he ran down the hall and vomited everywhere. And we got thrown out.
Shocking.
Imagine that. They told us to leave.
Your money's no good here.
And we're still friends. It did, though. He went racing right down. He came back. His eyes were watering, calling me every name in the book. I'm laughing hysterically as they're telling us to leave. Have you ever drank Yukon mixed with wild turkey?
I don't know. I've never.
That was a rhetorical question.
I've had both.
You've had both,
but
both
not
are,
together.
Both are unpleasant.
No, wild turkey's okay.
Yeah, but no. Can't you admit no alcohol? No shot of anything tastes unless it's schna. You don't really enjoy the taste of wild turkey, do you?
No, I wouldn't sit and drink shots of it. But I mean, it's
to get a quick buzz or something. You can,
I suppose, but I don't ever do drink
because any time I ever did a shot, it was misery. You did it, you just I'm getting buzzed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was like, oh boy, that shot that tasted so smooth. That was great. Yeah, that was, I know.
I was with my father-in-law one St. Patrick's Day at this really nice club, and we drank Boilermakers with Jameson whiskey and chasers of Heineken.
Okay.
And those were tasty.
I served, when I bartended, I served a ton of Jameson whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah, people, that's a very popular brand. And Johnny Walker.
Yeah, yeah.
That was good. But, yeah, they had did Suter go to the huddle? Do you know, last night?
I don't know.
There was a decent amount of people there. The photo was, there's a photo of the crowd. I was looking for him.
I can look on his page. I haven't.
The Hunter said, what'd you say you saw a photo of what? What were they doing?
They were sitting at a bar drinking. I know that shocks you.
No.
You're silly.
No,
I know.
it's like Haley's Comet.
It's probably AI.
And that was on Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he doesn't post
He
anything
doesn't
on
post
Twitter.
anywhere else, I don't think.
But it looks like they had a decent crowd at the huddle, and I actually picked Iowa to win 20-17. I figure I have no feeling either way on this game. I usually do. This one, I have none. So I figure, why not go with the team that you cover if you have no feeling? Most of my colleagues, it looks like, are picking Missouri because most of my colleagues are haters, and the Hawks know I'm on their side. They know I'm with them. No matter what, I'm with them.
Haters.
Haters.
Yeah.
Halas picking Missouri to win. Hater.
Wow.
Hater.
What about Lazy Todd? Does he
What about
make a
him,
prediction?
Lazy
I haven't seen his pick.
Yeah.
But Halas told me everyone at the Gazette picked Iowa to lose.
Wow.
What do you think of that? It should be the Cedar Rapids Gahate. That should be the name of their paper.
Yeah.
Well, they may be right. I don't know. Like I said, I just don't have a feeling. It's hard when you lose, when both teams are without their best offensive player. Now, Iowa's offensive player, Caleb Johnson, touched the ball a lot more than Luther Burden did. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But I just figured I picked Iowa 20-17.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think I can't remember. I think Rob picked Missouri too. And now Iowa's missing some key. I mean, Logan Jones. That's
a tough one.
That's a tough one. And they're going to be without Cohen Intringer. They're going to be. Kyler Fisher's a big loss. Special teams, and when Iowa plays 4-3, he's the guy. So now they're going to be without him. So those are significant losses.
Hello.
Hello. Kakert was talking to Camp, and he said he didn't go to the huddle because it was so crowded you couldn't move. And then Kakert picked Missouri.
Okay, another hater.
And so did Camp.
Haters,
Wow.
they all haters.
Lazy
He's a lazy hater. He's not only lazy, he's a hater.
What about
I'll
you?
pick Iowa.
All right,
Karn. Way to go.
Homer Central right here.
Okay, guys, have a good
All
day.
right, Karn. That did look crowded, but I will say the room that they held it in didn't look real big. I mean, because I've been to some huddles where they hold them in just massive convention centers, and this didn't look to be that. But no, a lot of fans are. Looks like they're going to at least have 10,000 fans down there.
Not good.
Well, that's good.
But no, most of the Iowa media are picking Missouri, and like I said, there's a lot of the Iowa media love the Hawks. I mean, can't. So maybe I'm just missing something here. Watch Missouri win like 42-0. I show up Monday with no credibility. What's today? No, Wednesday.
Wednesday.
But no, like I said, I think the Iowa.
Oh, you don't show up Wednesday.
Why
Are you
not?
showing up Wednesday?
What's Wednesday? Oh, it's New Year's Day.
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't ever.
Well, we're here.
Yeah, I thought.
We'll see. I'll let you know. I mean,
thought Scooter was
It's
coming
not like
in.
It's not like I'm 20 and I'm going to be out doing.
Is Scooter back on Wednesday?
Yeah, he's driving back tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, so he is in Wednesday?
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah. Well, like I said, it's not like I'm going to be partying until 4 a.m. on New Year's Eve. Yeah. I've always thought New Year's Eve was overrated. Even when I had fun, New Year's Eve was rarely that fun.
See, I haven't done New Year's Eve in forever.
They used to call it amateur night when
There's two of them.
Clark
New Year's Eve and St. Patrick's Day.
the people that don't know how to party come out and party.
Yeah.
You imagine not knowing how to party, like it's like some course you have to learn.
Well, the majority of people want to stay home anymore. They don't because
like I said, I've never been a big New Year's.
You don't want to get pulled over for drinking and driving, and you don't want to get into an accident. You don't want to start the year off like that.
God, it's hard to believe it's going to be 2025 in 2 days.
I know.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
But yeah, I can come in, and I'm not gonna. I would rather have Don on a little later. I'd rather get a few more playoff games in, so we have more to talk about. So I'm thinking about maybe just having Don on next Monday.
That's fine.
And then I'm going to try to get Haluska on. There just hasn't been much to talk about basketball wise. I'll probably wait another week because what are we going to have Adam break down the New Hampshire game? That's all. I mean. So I'll wait a little bit longer for that. So, but yeah, a lot going on. The Soldier Salute. It looks like Iowa's just destroying the competition.
Yeah, they got almost double the points of the next.
And that's expected.
Up.
I mean,
yeah.
So yeah, you've got that, and then the women winning last night. Dallas covered it for us. It looked like she really did a lot of lineup shuffling.
Boy, I'll tell you what,
it was interesting.
I was at the game, and it was really.
So did Olsen and Stolke not start?
They did. But the
way they did the box score.
Stolke got foul trouble, so she got pulled out, and because of that, and they brought in the freshman at the end of the first quarter, and they were doing well, and so she kind of hung with them and brought them back in again.
So she went with the normal starting lineup.
Yeah.
O'Grady. Okay, because the way the box was listed, it looked like they.
Yeah, it was.
Because usually you list the starters,
Stolke,
the top
O'Grady,
five.
Fulter, Kylie Feuerbach, and Lucy Olson started. But, Taylor McCabe got 21 minutes. Aaliyah Guyton got 20.
Well, yeah, no, this was a good game. Man, Purdue is that's a good win for Iowa. They just completely dismantled Purdue. Purdue used to be a pretty good program.
I'll tell you what, that guard that they have, that Destiny Lombard, she is quick. She got 6 steals in the game.
Well,
yesterday.
she won't be there very long if they don't play better.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not
a
even
couple good ones.
If you're not even firing a shot against Iowa, I mean, that game doesn't sound like it was hardly ever competitive.
Well, they got within 6 a couple of times, and then Iowa just.
But Iowa led 27-11 at one point, and
yeah.
I mean, Purdue used to be a decent team, but that's a nice win by Iowa. Just a good, convincing win at home against a team that's probably not going to finish in the upper level of the conference. And Iowa, they beat them thoroughly.
They had good attendance.
It was packed, and it was really fun watching the players, having fun on the court. I mean, they were just delighted that, the freshmen were out there hitting shots and stuff like that. And
you need a game like that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these games are going to be tough moving forward. But now they're 11-2, and no, this has been a good start so far under Jan. And I like the way they're playing as a team. The freshmen seem to be all contributing in a lot of ways. They're all different and what have you. Leah Guyton, I've really been impressed with her. I mean, her ability to make threes and what have you. So, yeah, it was a nice win.
Yeah, it was fun to watch, too. And then at halftime, dogs catching Frisbees.
I like that. Those are fun. They've been doing that for a long time. How about Red Panda? She's good, too. I'd probably take the dogs over Red Panda. I like it when sometimes the dogs don't pay attention. They get distracted. There was one time at Carver when one of the dogs went out into the crowd, just wanted to start getting petted. I thought that was pretty funny. Well, that was years ago.
One dog missed a Frisbee and it rolled underneath the chairs where the cheerleaders were sitting, and they went in there digging and they were laughing.
Yeah.
I think it was ESPN, but somebody showed highlights of last year's sports, and they had the Frisbee golf tournament where the dogs entered the field and started catching the Frisbees.
That's great.
That is funny.
I love that.
Yeah, Buddy, when he was younger, got into that stuff. But dogs, like humans, as they get older, nope, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not going after that Frisbee. No, so don't even bother.
What's the point of this?
Buddy, about 7 years old, Buddy just no, I'm done playing these ridiculous games to humor you. Because when he was young, man, he could jump. Because he's an Australian,
sure,
and he'd throw it, and he'd jump up. There was one time he jumped up, caught it, did a flip, landed on his back, and then sneezed. Sometimes when dogs take a hit, they sneeze.
Yeah.
And I remember I could tell it hit him a little bit. I think he got a little. He was so excited to get the Frisbee, he did a flip in the air, and what have you. But yeah, those are good halftime shows. And I assume the dogs enjoy it. Don't you think they do?
Oh yeah.
While the one dog was out there, the other one was barking like crazy. Wanted to go out and join him.
Okay. Yeah. That's the other thing I remember. The ones who are waiting for their turn are just going nuts.
The ones that are waiting to win the one topping medium Pizza Hut.
They've moved on. Aren't they offering a little bit more now? Didn't it used to be a one topping from a half court shot with your eyes closed? You'd get a one topping pizza.
Yeah.
And then if they were open, you'd get like a...
No, was your eyes closed?
Yeah, and then if you're open, you'd get popcorn, I think it was, wasn't it?
Well, they had a shooting contest with 2 little kids, and the girl won, I think, a $50 Visa card. So I mean, that's pretty
for a kid. That's fine. They did used to reward pizzas because we used to make fun of them.
And I found out they don't actually throw burritos into the stands.
Did they do the burrito lift?
Oh, of course they did.
Because the last time I covered a game there, I can't remember which game it was prior to holidays. I don't recall them because usually when they do the burrito, I'll be like, "Hey, it's electric in here. They're pumping up the burrito."
Well, I was excited because one almost came to me. It was a couple rows ahead of me, and the girl that opened it up, I thought there'd be a burrito in there. No, it's a T-shirt.
Yeah, can you imagine eating a burrito that some cheerleaders
That'd
thrown
be
up?
great.
God,
Coming out of a
I
cannon.
wouldn't touch that thing. Disgusting. I've never really gotten into that promo, but some
people do it.
people. Oh, the kids love it. You'll see adults, and I'll be like, oh God. But it is, if it's working for both, more power to them.
It must be.
It must be.
I mean, the burritos are good.
Oh, I think a Panchero burrito is a great deal.
Yeah, but I mean,
you eat that can be your meal almost for the whole day, and it's like $8. Yeah. Depends on when you. Now, the one on Riverside, you go there at 11:30, 12 o'clock, you may have some issues. I've been in there a few times late at night when, you can tell they want to get out of there.
Oh, listen, the downtown.
I haven't been to that in years, but I remember going to that and just watching college students and just fighting on the floor, just beating on each other, picking up hepatitis off the floor, all drunk. Hey, can I get a burrito, please? And have these guys ordered? The guys on the floor beating each other up.
They're making progress on that one on Riverside Drive. I don't know when they're going to open it, but
how long has it been closed?
Since what, beginning of the year?
Yeah.
The one on, because I have not even. So they're remodeling, right?
Yes, they're not closed.
They must be using the same people that are doing the Popeyes.
Yeah.
But no, Pancheros is they wouldn't be spending the money they're spending if they didn't think it was getting them business. So it must be working.
That's a hell of a lot of money.
Oh yeah, I've been told different figures, and so it's and you can tell the kids love it. I mean the at the arena and at the football games, they'll show the kids with. Yeah.
I don't have I've got a real problem with like the kiss cam.
They haven't. The dance cam is still going on, but I did not see it.
Bud tried that once. Just get away from me.
That's not an image I need to see. That's not a good image. Yeah, the kiss cam. Do they do that every game too? I mean,
they did it.
I didn't.
Went to the
I
Hawkeye
didn't see it.
I mean, I've seen it multiple times. I just don't know if it's a state if it's in every.
I don't know.
I didn't see it yesterday.
And what's the other one? Yeah, the dance cam, and usually they focus on little kids.
Yeah,
and that's as long as it's fun for the kids, that's probably a big part of it.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. I was going to ask. Now, I caught some of those burrito things, and people say, "There's a burrito in there." No, there's a T-shirt.
Yeah.
But what about the hot dog thing, that Weimer's? Because they only do that to the students. So are there real hot dogs in there?
I have no clue. Couldn't tell you. Sorry.
Idea.
I should look next time when somebody catches one.
And report back to us.
Because I kept thinking there were real hot dogs in there.
I
They
doubt
only
it.
shoot them toward the students.
I doubt it.
Boy, that's appetizing.
Yeah.
I've been where they have a hot dog cannon and there are actual hot dogs coming out.
Seriously?
Of it. Yeah.
Well, they have them wrapped.
Yeah, they wrap them up real tight.
Yeah. But I'm never sure who wraps them.
Well,
Okay, guys. On that great note, I will end. Goodbye.
They did a military salute, and
those are good. Those are cool.
A coworker of ours from the old KFMH days was on the floor with the guy.
Oh, cool.
I always get those are cool. Well
Dana,
deserved.
remember Dana Ivers?
Yeah.
Her
blonde.
Yeah, she got married to Brian Ivers, and his dad was the subject of the salute.
Oh,
Yeah, I like those when they do that.
Yeah, I'm like, it looks like somebody I know.
And they do that pretty much every game now.
It's very cool.
Good. That is very cool.
And they get a
do
great
that.
ovation, and they, it's neat.
To think, okay, we are 4 hours from kickoff.
Oh,
4 hours, Captain.
Yeah.
You have 4 hours to contemplate, to reflect, to lament.
I can feel it.
You can feel it building?
I can feel it building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm guessing there's probably already fans. You think Shooter's at the parking lot yet?
No.
You don't think he's there that early?
No.
No, that'd be a long time because you get there now 4 hours. That'd be an 8-9 hour day.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he'll get there a couple hours before kickoff. They are tailgating, aren't they?
Oh, I'm sure they will, but I not 4 hours before.
Because they drove their own car, right? They have their own car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they drove there.
are they?
Hello.
Yeah, I heard that putting competition they have where they putt across the court at Carver. if you win that, they give you a container of popcorn from the old field house. I heard that's what.
There you go. Hey. All right.
The popcorn and Kinnick is just...
I still eat it during the games just because for something to do because I don't want to munch on brownies and all the other stuff they have.
Well, let's be fair. The ones they pop up in the press box are pretty fresh.
For the most part, well, I assume, but it's not always.
Well, they used to have the popper out there. Now it's just in boxes. So God only knows where it comes from.
Well, that's right. Yeah, I don't know why they don't have the popper there anymore. They took that out this year.
Probably germs or something.
But Iowa still has the best game day of any Big Ten school that I've dealt with. They still have the best game day setup between parking, access to the press box, food, and everything. It's the best. Yeah. It's most convenient. The food is, some of these places barely give you anything, and they make you park 2 miles. I know I'm whining, and people, the fan doesn't care. I'm just telling you, like at Minnesota, it was brutal compared to Iowa. I mean, the parking was ridiculous. Iowa they give you a nice setup. And I think the visiting media appreciates that.
Yeah, you're in the parking ramp right across from the
Street.
stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's very convenient, and the food it's not, Joseph's, but it's good food for a football game.
Good, solid football food.
Yeah,
you can always get a hot dog, and they usually have
they always have something like pulled or
an entree of some sort.
Yeah, a good entree. I'm not into the pulled pork in bulk. I just never been a pulled.
I went looking for Weimer's hot dogs here, and I could not find them.
Hy-Vee doesn't sell them, do they?
They do in the Quad Cities.
They don't here, though?
Not that I know of. We went to, my son came up here with hot dogs and stuff, and they were Weimer's, and they're damn good.
Yeah.
Really good.
To me, hot dogs are kind of like popcorn. I only eat them if I'm out at something. I'm rarely ever decide sitting at home, man, I'm going to have popcorn. I'm always out when I eat stuff like that. Like I would never eat a hot dog, think about making a hot dog at home.
I do
I'll eat it at a game.
I make a batch of chili. I'll go, hey, a chili dog sounds really good right now.
I was going to make homemade soup, and I was at the store yesterday to get the ingredients because I had a lot of it already because I got one of those Hy-Vee chickens, and I couldn't eat. Usually I can eat a big chunk, but I ended up saving 3/4, tearing it up and putting it in. And I've got all this chicken. I'm like, I'll make chicken noodle soup. So I went and got the recipe, and it says for 4 cans of chicken broth and 1 can of vegetable broth. And I looked, each one of those cans, even the reduced sodium, has 68% of your daily salt for that day. So I would, if 5 of them, that soup is. I didn't realize homemade soup still has that much sodium in it.
No, you can
make it homemade from stock, but then you need to take all the bones and I'm not doing that. It's a pain in the ass, and it's still got a decent amount of sodium in it, but not like. Man, I was stunned that it would take that much sodium.
We used to get chicken broth at Bread Garden, and it had no sodium.
Yeah, did it have any taste?
We put it over. I don't know the dog. We put it over the dog's.
See, that's different. But see, this is going to be the soup broth. Yeah. So I had I decided not to do it. I'm like, I'm not going to make it.
Well, you can't get a can of soup without a ton of sodium.
Oh, I don't do that anymore. The only soup I get is at Panera, and that still has a lot, but not near as much since it's not stored. It's more fresh. But I decided not to do it.
Yeah, my mom would do, like you said, just take a whole chicken and boil it, and that would be the stock. And then add the vegetables and the noodles and stuff, and then pull the chicken apart.
And then you pour a little water and maybe 1 can of broth or whatever. But no, I decided if anyone's listening that has a better way to do it without the sodium, I would
take a can of Campbell's and you eat it. I don't care how much sodium.
Well, I'd rather go. Well, I guess a can of Campbell's. I mean, for me to go to Panera to get a bowl of really good chicken noodle soup, it's going to cost me $8.68. I've cut back on that's. I'll do it every once in a while because their chicken noodle soup is really good, but it's just awfully expensive.
I bought a Smart Water at the game yesterday, one of those tall ones, $8. That wasn't very smart at all.
There's a big expose, I think it was in the New York Times last week or something, that most of this water is just tap water.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me.
And just purified or just regular tap
water?
I do.
The Smart Water is what I buy at Hy-Vee, usually $1.99 for one of the.
Yeah.
Well, I would imagine they'd do something to it, but it's basically tap
Well, I mean,
water.
I'm fine with the regular Hy-Vee or whatever, whoever, the cases of, 12 or 16-ounce bottles. It's just tap water with reverse osmosis or whatever they do to treat it, and it's pure water, and it's good. It's good enough.
$8 though. Think about
I know.
I
just
it's amazing the
believe
markup over there. Well, I mean, fries and tenderloin's going to run you almost 15, but that's just what it is.
That's what it is
in places like that.
Yeah.
Iowa's no different than anywhere else.
That's true.
Got to make your money.
We got to take a break.
Oh, yes, we do. All right.
Yeah, we'll be back.
1-800-800-ROSE. 1-800-800-ROSE. Your FTD florist is the only number you need to know to send flowers anywhere in the country or Canada from anywhere in the country. 1-800-800-ROSE. It's so easy. Just remember one number. 1-800-800-ROSE. Your FTD florist. 1-800-800-ROSE. Remember,
for a gift that your loved one will treasure for a lifetime, find it at our family-owned jewelry store in Iowa City, Harty and Stocker Jewelers.
We can show you diamond engagement rings, colored stones, fashion jewelry, and watches.
Our jewelers are on site, so we can design jewelry for that special person in your life.
We are Harty and Stocker, serving Iowa City and the surrounding area for 3 generations.
Harty and Stocker Jewelers, downtown Iowa City, and HartyandStockerJewelers.com. Ask for Willa, Terry, Tim, or Kate. One of us is always there.
Don't wait for an emergency to get a backup for your car keys. Unlike the olden days, car keys have gotten extremely complex. Mike's eKeys for Cars can generate the most technically advanced automotive keys that are on the market today. For spares and lost keys, Mike's eKeys for Cars can produce most conventional transponder, high security, and remote head keys. Mike's eKeys for Cars will keep you on the road. Call 319-330-9185 and schedule an appointment today. Don't wait until it's too late. Call 319-330-9185 today.
Hi, this is Jill Sterner with Sterner Taxidermy in Lone Tree. It's hunting season again, and I'm inviting all of you hunters to follow us on our Facebook page. You can view Dirk's award-winning artistry, his workmanship that he completes with each individual piece. We can be reached at 319-330-1774. Again, 319-330-1774.
Are you tired of living in a home that doesn't quite meet your needs? Then it's time to call the experts at Streets Maintenance. Their team of skilled professionals specializes in renovations and remodeling, transforming your home into the space you've always dreamed of. From kitchen bath remodels to complete home renovations, no job is too big or too small. Streets Maintenance will work with you every step of the way to ensure your vision becomes a reality. So don't wait any longer. Call Streets Maintenance to schedule your consultation at 400-4483. Let's start building your dream home today.
Once upon a time in the land of the Hawkeyes, a business grew. A business that would become synonymous with real estate. Hi, I'm Steve Anderson of Hawkeye Title and Settlement. When you're buying or selling your home, you'll need title and settlement services. Consider the Hawkeye Title and Settlement team. Give us a call at 351-8600. Hawkeye Title and Settlement, the team you love, the people you trust.
Don't let just anyone take care of your smile. At Diamond Dental, you can expect compassion, expertise, and a personalized care plan to protect your teeth for life. With more than 30 years of combined experience, Dr. Forbes and his staff are prepared to tackle even your toughest dental problems, leaving your smile healthy and sparkling. Diamond Dental offers a full range of general and cosmetic dentistry, as well as dental treatment options for snoring and sleep apnea. It's never too early to start thinking about what's best for your smile. Schedule an appointment today by calling 319-390-3703 or visiting the office at 5815 Consul Street Northeast, Suite D1 in Cedar Rapids. You can also visit DiamondDentalPC.com for more information. Dr. Forbes is a proud sponsor of the Hawkeye Wrestling Club and the Inner Circle. Let the Diamond Dental team provide superior care for your entire family.
This is Leah Pasha, and I've been saying, hit a deer, call Premier for years. But it's time for something new. It's still where you need to go for deer divots and door dings, as well as damaged dashboards. That's what my dad Nathan's driving at and dreams about. Why not say, when your car is dinged, be a deer and call Premier? I think Dad's going to love that. Premier Automotive, North Liberty's premier auto body repair shop.
Be a deer and call Premier Auto Body in North Liberty.
Diamond Dream Sports Academy, 20,000 square foot indoor facility, holds 8 batting cages, space for infield work, space for throwing and pitching and all your arm care needs. Offers private instruction, group lessons, camps and clinics, leagues, memberships. Rentals available at Diamond Dreams, is open to the public.
Our top-level instructors include former professional, college, and Olympic athletes. Our coaches will help these athletes achieve their full athletic potential, develop a strong work ethic, and a solid base to build. The last thing you want to do is look back and wish you had worked or played harder.
Locally owned and established in 2005, Diamond Dreams is Eastern Iowa's premier training facility. Located at 2905 Stoner Court, North Liberty. Call today and reserve your time. 319-665-2173. 319-665-2173.
When you go to a family restaurant, you want 3 things. 1, a wide selection of breakfast, lunch, and dinner items. 2, you want those selections to be affordable and delicious. And 3, you want to be treated like family. You get all 3 at the Midtown Family Restaurant. Breakfast items available anytime the doors are open. Legendary tenderloins, onion rings, and hot roast beef sandwiches. And special ribeye and shrimp nights. Daily specials at each location. And no matter if you're coming in solo or with a group of 20, you get the same special family treatment. The Midtown Family Restaurants at Court and Scott Streets and at the Walmart Plaza on Highway 1 West. Follow them on Facebook or at midtownfamily.com. The family's waiting for you. GT Carr, owner of Supple's Building and Remodeling, has been offering unmatched service and quality for over 25 years. The trained professionals at Supple's Building and Remodeling will install and guarantee the products used in any job, no matter how big or small. They also stand behind their work and offer no-nonsense, exceptional customer service from design to completion and beyond. Whether it's a simple window replacement or a major house addition, you'll have the confidence that Supple's Building and Remodeling is committed to quality. Visit supples.net or call them today at 319-337-2246.
When someone is kind enough to share their time with us, we better make it worth their while.
They don't want to do people call it the game, right?
Patrick Eads and Terry Adams of Deary Brothers Ford talk about what Here For You means to them.
You don't have to spend a half a day in our dealership to get that good competitive price. We just want to try to deliver that to you up front.
And that makes me feel good. Makes me proud.
Because that's what people want. They want a fair, honest deal.
As far as a statement Here For You, we want to not just say it, but live it.
Find out what it means to you at Deary Ford in Iowa City.
Hi, this is Tiffany at Senior Benefits. Are you confused with Medicare questions, anything having to do with Medicare? I take care of all Medicare customers, people under 65. I also do life insurance, long-term care, cancer insurance. I'm here to help you navigate any questions that you may be having or frustrations and anxiety that you may have with Medicare or insurance in general. Give me, Tiffany Rao, a call at 319-631-4795.
Hi, this is Bill Leixenring from the Oxyoke Inn. The Oxyoke Inn is now serving daily. Our Oxyoke family is ready to serve you with the same quality of food and service you've come to trust since 1940. Now serving lunch, dinner, banquets, and carry-out daily with 4 portion sizes. Sundays featuring our famous brunch buffet. You can also order curbside carryout and pies to go online and take the comforting taste of the Oxyoke home to your family's table. Visit oxyokeinn.com for hours, menus, reservations, carryout, specials, and gift cards. From our Oxyoke family to yours, we can't wait to see you again soon. Oxyoke Inn, in the heart of Amana.
KCJJ Weather, brought to you by Plum Supply.
Plum Supply kitchens and baths. Your home never looks so beautiful.
We have some big changes coming our way this week. This foggy, dreary weather that we've been dealing with for the past several days is going to end. We have a cold front that's going to bring cooler temperatures and dry weather for later this week. We're talking highs in the low 20s by late week. Today, foggy this morning, showers this afternoon, 43 our high. Tonight, some rain and snow. Could get about a quarter inch or more of rain, 34 tonight, tomorrow cloudy, 38. I'm meteorologist Sean Cable on the mighty 1630 KCJJ. Outside now, it's 35.
Mighty 1630.
Well, most of the students are still gone anyway.
KCJJ. You want to read this?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and...
Iowa City Police are looking for the public's help in a shooting investigation. Responded to a report of shots fired at 2:38 a.m. this morning in the 600 block of South Dodge Street. Responding officers located a female victim who was transported to the hospital where she was pronounced deceased. Victim's name is not being released at this time, pending notification of the next of kin. The incident, which appears to be isolated, remains under investigation. No further information is available at this time. If you have information, contact the police using the Crime Stoppers app or the website, or make the phone call.
Yeah, not to the 911.
No, 319-358-TIPS. Now, tips and calls are held in strict confidence. You may get a reward if it leads to an arrest. Sad.
Wow.
No matter what the circumstances, that's sad.
Yeah, we don't have many murders or homicides in this town. What was the last one? Can you call?
Wasn't it that U of I administrator whose husband shot her dead?
Yeah, it was, and Don Black's son.
Yeah, that was right around the same time.
Yeah, I mean, but those, these are.
That's been a few years. That's been 3 or 4 years ago.
Very sad.
Yeah.
Did the suitor give you tickets for tonight's game?
He offered them to me, but I just can't do that and then be able to get here and be functional. I'll have audio from that game. I'll have audio from the bowl game to work on, stuff from the Soldier Salute. I got to be bright and sharp, and I wouldn't be if I got home at 9 o'clock tonight.
And it is New Hampshire.
And it is New Hampshire.
2 or 12 or something like that. Yeah. It's going to be interesting. Like I said, I'm not going to be able to be there because I just got too much other stuff bowl-wise to do. I mean, because the game's not. We've talked about the game's not going to get over till like 5 o'clock.
Probably.
And then you got to wait. Then there's a half an hour to 45 post. I probably won't even be done with football stuff.
I wonder how many people will be there.
I'm guessing somewhere between 2,000 and 4,000. But I won't. I'll probably still be working on football stuff because remember, I've got a guy down there covering it. So I'll have to be before. The basketball game will probably be over by the time I finish football stuff, so it's going to be interesting to see how I get basketball. Because I don't like. I mean, I'm going to write something my own from basketball, but it is on. I can't remember.
I think it's BTN, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure it is. I typed in the box the other day, so yeah, I'll have it on, and just because I'm going to have to try to get some. I want to get something up on the site because Dallas is unavailable. We just don't have anyone to cover it right now. It's just unfortunate that the games fell on the same day.
Yeah.
But
he's having the same problem you have had with his new box for MediaCom buffering.
Yeah, I just got my new box in the mail and.
Yeah, have fun with that.
And you got a house. You've got it's a small apartment. It's a modest apartment.
Yeah.
You're not that far away from.
No, not at all. I mean, it's right next to the TV.
He's right there with the damn router and modem right next to the TV.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, you know me, I hate change, and it was so bad for me. I now have YouTube TV, and I'm fine with it. I mean, the Zen stuff is bizarre, and it is weird. Sometimes you'll be watching, and all of a sudden it'll just go black.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you're like, oh, but then you basically you must use up your bandwidth, and then you have to hit it again. That happens maybe once a day with me, and it's just a matter of hitting OK again, and it comes back.
I have never had
that. That happens to me a lot.
I was getting it every 5 to 10 minutes last night.
Well, yeah, it's not going to get any better either. Sorry to say. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah, tonight's game is on BTN.
Okay. But, yeah, like I said, it drove me away. The service was so bad. And like I said, they don't want to be a television service anymore. They would like you to stop doing their TV, do their Internet, and go to, like I said, they were the first ones to give me the idea.
Well, they gave me the same thing. They said
Hulu, not YouTube, the first time we talked. But then they told me that YouTube was the exact same thing.
Well, they told me YouTube.
Yeah, so I ended up following their.
I said, I gotta whittle this down. And right away, before I even said take off this package or that package, they go, well, why don't you just go to YouTube?
Well, and my Internet is just as good, if not better, with iMon. I haven't had one issue with iMon since I've switched.
I figure I can upgrade to the top Internet speed and get YouTube TV and still save a couple $100.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, because my bill was it was $313, but it was going up, had I stayed with them, it was going up on September 1st to $390.
Jeez.
Now I'm paying $77 for Utah, and my average iMon bill is $80. So I'm paying about from $390 to $160.
Okay,
Think about
but
that.
Mine was going up to $390, and you have like HBO and crap, and I didn't. That's what I couldn't figure out.
I only had HBO. I didn't have What else? Cinemax. I didn't have any of that.
Well, I have I'm with.
Mine was actually going to be $396 with tax. That's what the bill was going to be, and now I'm paying about $160, $170. So that's a difference of almost $230 a month.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, well, that's the same. I've got the fastest internet speed that Mediacom can provide. I never have a problem with it. I've got the fastest speed, and I've got YouTube TV, and I'm paying $105 a month, where before it was $350 going up to $390. I mean, it just and I'm not missing anything. Though the channels,
Mediacom's stuff was easier to navigate, much easier.
Yes,
I mean, YouTube's got to figure. I mean, YouTube. If it's not something that's up on top, sometimes it's so hard to find stuff. There's no rhyme or reason how the channels are. You say they're alphabetized, they're not though. There's just no rhyme. That's my biggest complaint.
You can make them
but I ain't gonna do that. Just going up and down looking for. Sometimes that gets a little old. The Zen stuff is weird. I mean,
since I upgraded it, there was an upgrade with it. I don't get the Zen stuff. I just get "We'll be back in a moment."
Well, that I get that. Yeah, I guess I get that more than I get Zen now. But if that's the worst thing, it's way better than what he's dealing with now.
Yeah. What's the how many channels do you get with YouTube?
About 120, isn't it?
That's about that.
And I'm guessing 80 of them are useless.
More than that.
Yeah. There's about 10 that I watch.
But I mean, and then I've got for the sub channels that Mediacom had, I've got Friendly TV for $7 a month, and I get all the.
Yeah, I may get that, but right now I'm just doing Peacock and YouTube. But I'm so glad I don't have to write that $390 check on I think the 12th of each month it was due. That's just made a huge difference.
Yeah, no, and the picture's better.
Yeah, YouTube's pictures are really good.
Yeah,
they just got to figure out a way to make it easier to navigate.
Well, yeah, like channels.
With numbers. Yeah, that's what they think they need. I don't know why they don't do that yet.
I don't know.
They probably will do it, but it's also the bill's going up $7 this year.
Yeah,
the bill's going to go up $7 to $10 but still, I'll be dead before it. I'll be long dead before it catches. And by that time, Mediacom will be like $8.90 a month.
No, I think they'll end up not doing TV.
No, they're going to get done with. They told me that the last tech guy that came out and got rid of all my stuff. He's like, in 3 years we won't have television. He goes, we're just going to focus. We want to try to do our stuff with the internet, and they do that internet stuff with huge businesses. Obviously Iowa does a lot with Mediacom. They don't really care about people like us because they've kind of outgrown us. Yeah. But no, I've been very happy with YouTube and IMON.
Yeah. Well, I would have gone to IMON, but YouTube said, well, I can go to IMON, and it's only this much for 2 months, and they said, no, we'll do the same thing.
You mean Mediacom?
Yeah. We'll do the same thing, Mediacom said.
Really? Yeah, my Mediacom, they gave me a deal of $85 for the first few months, but then it was going to go up to like $135, $140, and I'm on 62. Why would I? It doesn't make any sense. So I gladly moved on. So did this just start happening recently?
I just installed it Saturday. So it hasn't gotten any better since. But
so you'll be watching and all of a sudden it'll freeze
and then go black.
Yeah, that's happened to me all the time.
Great when you're watching a sporting event.
And then I'd always have to go and unplug the modem. And do you do that?
No, it usually just after a while says restarting or something. And then it claims that there's no internet service. It's still going fine.
God, that brings back the worst memories. Dealing with that for years.
I don't know why they went to that system.
Yeah, my old cable box is sitting in my car getting ready to ship out. I wish I could just put it back in. But I think you're right. I think it's time to make the switch.
But it is incredible how many channels YouTube has that I wouldn't even consider clicking on.
Well, they got one channel called the Justice Channel, and all it has is 3 shows.
Which one? And I do watch
Perry Mason, In the Heat of the Night.
And I have it on. That's why I watch it. And I watch In the Heat. And what's the other one?
God dang it.
Matlock?
Matlock.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's only got 3 shows.
I want to watch my Matlock. There's times where they'll have, like, In the Heat of the Night on for, like, 2 straight days. That's one of my favorite shows.
They advertise it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here's the 3 shows.
Yep.
You get
I watch Sundance.
ridiculous.
Sundance, they have Sundance. And
that's good.
Well, it has a lot of Andy Griffith and a lot of the old stuff.
Yeah.
And what have you. But no, I'm glad I finally switched. I fought it for.
Well, how can you have a network with only 3 shows?
Yeah, it seems to be working.
I'm thinking about, how much TV I actually watch, and it's ridiculous for me to spend this much money. Because I'm not glued.
I don't watch a ton of TV. I mean, I'll watch sporting events, specific sporting events or whatever, but I'll have TV on a lot and not be watching it, if that makes any sense.
That's basically, I don't, even though I talk like I do, I don't watch a ton of TV.
I rarely watch things from start to finish either.
It's just.
Did you watch It's a Wonderful Life this year?
I did.
No.
E had it on all day Christmas.
That's what I did. I watched that. I watched one of the original Christmas carols in black and white, and then I watched Scrooged.
I did watch It's a Wonderful Life.
I haven't seen It's a Wonderful Life in probably 10 years. It was great.
We watched a movie with Ryan Reynolds and
Life?
Will Ferrell.
The one where the alien takes over the spaceship and kills them all?
No.
Oh. Would have been a good Christmas movie.
But we watched what I watched for Christmas. Jan was sleeping. What I watched for Christmas was It's a Bundyful Life, where Al Bundy wasn't born.
I've seen that.
He texts me when episodes like that are on.
Sam Kinison
is the angel.
And yelling, screaming.
Is Cozy TV part of YouTube TV?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Back to the Hawks.
Yeah.
No time.
Hey, we're let's see. Kick off about a little more than 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
They're probably getting close. There's probably some media people there already.
Oh, there are.
And my guess is the team will get there a couple hours prior to kickoff. Weather's not going to be a factor. Brendan Sullivan is healthy, so we shall see. I'm curious to see how the 2 backup running backs do. I hope they have good games. That'll provide some hope for next year.
Yeah.
And I know that Jazion Patterson, he's been here 3 years. He could have left. He's from Florida. He stuck it out. Now this is his chance. I hope it works out for him. And they're going to need help from the offensive line, which is missing Logan Jones. It's a big day for Tyler Ellsbury to step up at center.
But despite all that and all the other sports writers picking Missouri to win, this room is picking Iowa.
Well, I mean, you guys are just nonstop homers. I mean, the upset is me going with Iowa. I mean, you pick Iowa at times when I bet you don't think they're winning, don't you? Because you just want to be.
Well, I want them to win, obviously.
Yeah. So you're not picking objectively, you're picking with your heart.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I try to pick objectively, and that's I said, I don't have a feeling with this one. I have no idea. Oh, Missouri's defense is great.
Well, isn't Missouri missing?
Yeah, they're missing. Well, each team had 2 significant opt-outs.
Did you expect Colorado to do so poorly?
Oh, that was
no, not that poorly. I didn't realize, man, BYU is really good. That they should have been in the playoff. I know it's easy for me to say that now with hindsight, but they just dominated.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people on social media that are loving it, too. A lot of people just don't like Deion and kids, and I think some of it's jealousy and some other things that I don't need to mention and what have you. I mean, they didn't play well. I'll say, though, Travis Hunter, he still had a long touchdown run, over 100 yards receiving, and they barely threw his way because they're just not going. I mean, a lot of people just for some reason don't like Travis Hunter.
I don't know why.
And he's a great player. I don't get it. I don't get why people get so personal with athletes. You don't even know the kid.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, and I thought his speech at the Heisman thing was great, and he's a great talent. BYU is just a better team. And I'll tell you, Deion was humble after the defeat. I mean,
did you see him a pregame?
He was emotional.
He was about his, the last game playing, having.
Now there is some frustration, and I get it from the BYU people. The broadcast was sort of slanted toward Colorado, but I think it's Deion Sanders. He's a legend. One of the great. He and Bo Jackson are probably the 2 greatest athletes of all. So I think they tend to go that way. Plus, the 2 best players on Colorado are probably going to go first and second in the draft, and I think that fed into all that, and it pissed off a lot of BYU fans because the broadcast was sort of Deion Sanders love fest, even though their team was getting handed to it on the field. I mean, that was a complete beatdown. That team was way more physical. It was BYU's. They're really good. I didn't realize they were that good. Yeah. Iowa State's luck. Iowa State, I don't think, played BYU this year.
I was just surprised.
And that Iowa State game was fun to watch. It's unfortunate, and I'm sure I wrote a column defending the people are just ripping the quarterback for leaving at halftime. I mean, it's easy to tell other people what they should do when you don't have that kind of money on the line. Yeah. That's the thing I disagree with. Was it odd that he quit at halftime? Yeah, but to me, at least playing one half's better than not playing at all, isn't it? And they'll say, well, he wanted the record. Sure he did. He wanted to set the all-time career passing record, which he did. He needed 2 touchdowns. He threw 3 in the first half. And then I think his advisors probably said, listen, you survived that half. Don't play that second half because if you get hurt, that's going to cost you millions. Probably wouldn't have gotten hurt, but you can't take that chance. Now he's just getting ripped by people, and I defended him, and well, you're an idiot. You don't know what you know. I just think it's so easy to tell other people what to do when you have nothing involved.
Nothing at stake, right?
Nothing at stake, and when his decision to opt out hurts the team that you like, then you get all butthurt, and that's why I defended him. Same thing with Caleb Johnson. Now I will say, Iowa fans. 99% of the Iowa fans who I've seen from Caleb Johnson's reaction have been fine. They thanked him. He played all the way through the season. And so for some, it's almost better if you don't play a half. So do you think Iowa fans would have – let's say Caleb Johnson came out and ran for 150 in the first half of this game and then decided, I can't risk the second half. To me, if I'm an Iowa fan, I would like that he gave something other than nothing. But some people are saying it was worse that he played the first half, and I don't understand that.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Hey, hi. I have a quick question. I was listening to reading some of the pregame stuff. Pat, do you have anything on this KJ Parker they were talking about?
The freshman, the receiver, or the defensive back, the wide receiver.
I think he's the wide receiver. I know they said that he was.
He's been.
They said he was really coming around or something.
Yes, and you get a lot of those stories at the bowl time. They try to look at who's the future, and he is somebody that they've spoken about that has made a lot of progress. And those are the kind of guys they need to step up. I mean, because obviously they haven't done a lot in the portal right now. And those are the guys. But, yeah, he represents the future. He's somebody that Kirk and the other coaches have spoken positively about how he is progressing.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Go Hawks.
And this is one of the stories whenever you go to a bowl game, and I've done it too. You write about, hey, who are the great young faces that are going to make Hawkeye football better in the future? And that's, he represents one of those. Now, here I am talking about him, but who knows if he'll even be on the roster in 2 months? You just never know.
Yeah.
You just never know. I mean, everything is so fluid. It's hard to really look at Iowa. Things are starting to settle down. I mean, they've got the 4 or 5 guys that you wondered about maybe having the opportunity to test the NFL. They're all coming back, and that helps. And the portal stuff, they're not done yet. They're missing out on a lot of portal guys, but there's still 2 more open windows, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens. And the other thing, someone like KJ Parker, we'll see what he does during spring practice too. Whether you progress or regress in spring practice will impact if you decide to stay, whatever. So, but no, I've heard good things about him. I have, and yeah, there is a lot of mention of some of the young players that are down there because these, in fairness to these media guys, you got to come up with stuff to write about. I mean, some of these guys have been down there for 6 days, covering the freaking Music City Bowl.
6 days?
Because the first press conference was on the 26th, and by God, you can't miss any. I mean, I thought about it. I mean, 6 nights in a hotel down in that. I mean, that's a serious amount of coin. That's part of the reason I didn't go.
Yeah,
I made a business decision, and I have somebody down there to cover the game. I've already got that. So, but yeah, most of those media people went down there on Christmas morning.
Because that's when the team flew out.
Yeah, and see, I used to do that when I worked at the Press Citizen before they had no money. I'd have to go down early
but they paid for all of that.
Well, yeah, they paid for it all.
But
and
do you ever feel responsible for them going down because you took advantage of them paying for that?
No, not really.
He didn't pad his expense account, in other words?
No, I never really. No, I made some mistakes on places to eat. They're like, hey, well, Sullivan Steakhouse in Chicago was frowned upon. I did that one time. And they didn't, they're like, hey, we can't have this again. I'm like, okay. There's like a $78 tab. But that's where a lot of the media people were going. So, but yeah, But no, I just, to me, a lot of the stuff, the bowl stuff, there hasn't really been anything riveting to come out of the bowl coverage. Wouldn't you agree?
Agreed.
It's been pretty standard. But I respect these entities that spend a lot of money to go down there, and more power to them. That's good. And this is easier for me not to go down there since I know somebody down there. Had I not had a stringer, I may have flown down for the game and gotten down there. But I've got somebody. As long as we have a body there.
Gone with the Sooners.
I could have gone with the Sooners, yeah. That would. Could you imagine that? I'm just shooting beers in the back seat. throwing the empty bottles out the window.
3.5 hours.
Tom, here comes the cops. He just floors it.
We're at 3.5 hours.
We are at 3.5 hours.
Here we go.
Yeah. All right.
You think they're in game mode, the Sooners, right now? You think they're up and just
quite
ready?
possibly?
Yeah.
Are they Eastern time?
Yes,
Nashville?
they are.
Yeah, it's 11 o'clock.
I'm sure they got a couple Bloody Marys in them by now.
Yeah, I've never been a Bloody Mary fan.
Let me just.
They're delicious, but I don't have them very often. I'm usually not out for breakfast.
No, they haven't posted anything today.
Really?
It's gonna ripped.
Yeah.
Let's see.
God. Yeah, they'll be back Wednesday.
Yes.
For the show. So
yeah.
So they're driving back tomorrow.
Yes. So we'll do a wonderful New Year's.
Said he wanted to leave early enough so that they could get back at a decent hour. So.
Yeah, I'm looking up KJ Parker, 5'10", 175, freshman wide receiver, Iowa, from Billwood, Illinois. You know where that is, Hunter?
I do not.
I'm guessing.
Probably southern part of the state.
I don't know if it's near Springfield or if it doesn't sound like any. Is it near Chicago, maybe?
I've never heard of it.
Billwood?
Billwood. I've heard of it. I don't know if it's down near St. Louis or if it's near. Because I don't think it's out in the middle of nowhere. I think it's near a bigger.
Really? Okay.
But I could be wrong. Are you looking it up, Captain?
Yeah.
But he is somebody that has gotten some positive mention from players and coaches and what have you.
Near Hillside.
Where the hell's Hillside?
Hillside's a suburb of Chicago.
Okay,
so
that answers it. So,
yeah.
All right,
we're it's not far from Elmhurst.
Okay. So, but Iowa basketball tonight at 6. Football game today at 1:30. Soldier Salute started at 11, right?
Yep.
So a lot of
the
stuff.
Finals at 5.
Finals at 5, and I like their chances. I like Iowa's chances of doing well on that. Do you?
Oh, yeah.
It looks like they're in a good position.
Yeah.
Poised for greatness.
All right, everybody have a good. It'll be. Have a good New Year's Eve because we won't be on again until.
We'll ring in the New Year together.
You guys should all be out here for the New Year's Eve.
Oh, I agree.
All out here at midnight when the clock starts. Why don't you do a toast?
Yeah. Here's a toast to retirement.
So will Wednesday be a normal work? Because Suter's probably going to bring Wapsie in Wednesday, won't he? If it's not a normal work day.
He might.
Yeah.
And we're still okay with treats, right?
Yeah.
Do you imagine coming in here on a day if we didn't have treats?
No.
I don't know. Would we be able to do the show?
Probably
No.
not.
I don't think she would stop. That would be, we may have to try that sometime.
Just torture the animal. Why not?
All righty. Well, Jim and I will talk to you again tomorrow morning.
From the Harty and Stalker Studios in